D2Gs, how you guys doing out there today? Hopefully everybody's doing all right. Bring you guys another video, Warlock, another hybrid video. Let's do it, guys. All right, so in this clips, you're gonna be able to see how we integrate Void, how we integrate Solar, how we integrate Strand, and a little bit of Arc here and there, guys. With this build, we're gonna check off a couple things off of our checklist. Survivability. Yep, 100 percentile. Survivability, you're gonna survive almost everything you do. Ad killing god, yeah, let's go ahead and check that off the list. Yep, you're gonna be decimating all of your ads all over the place, as you can see right here in these clips. And number 3, is this a good build? Yep, it's a good, nice little hybrid synergized build, as you can see. Now with this build, you're going to be able to go ahead and use it for any of your run-of-the-mill activities, so long as it is not a master or grandmaster. I mean, you can go ahead and take it in there. I mean, I took it, I got creamed. I'm being honest with you guys. I got creamed, but for anything else, oh yeah, trust and believe, this build will take care of you. So I was challenged to go ahead and do a mixture of a hybrid build with the specific exotic in question, the Vesper radius. And I don't back down of a challenge, guys. So I went on ahead, did this, and I enjoyed it, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. Like and subscribe. Please leave a comment down below. Continue looking at these clips, and I'll see you guys over at the build. And for the build, here it is. Take that screenshot. Let's keep pushing. All right, for our abilities, we're using Healing Rift, we're using Balance Glide, we're using Pocket Singularity, and we're using Vortex Grenade. For our aspects, we're using Child of the Old Gods, and we are using Feed the Void. So now here, while we use our abilities and we kill the ads, or damage the ads rather, we're going to be granted Devour. What Devour does is it allows us to give a certain amount of time for us to kill the next ad. Once we kill that ad, it'll go ahead and replenish our health 100%. For our next aspect that we're using is going to be Child of the Old Gods. So as soon as we use our Rift, it'll create a Void Soul, kind of similar to our Arc Soul, but this is our Void. So we use the Void Soul. Once we create that, we shoot an ad, the Void Soul will go towards that ad. It'll start taking all the health and or damaging, weakening all of the ads in the surrounding area. But while it's doing so, it'll grant us grenade energy and melee energy. Okay, for our next fragment we're going to go ahead and use is Echo of Undermining. So as soon as you use your Vortex Grenade, you throw it at a boss or you throw it at the enemies, it'll go ahead and weaken them. The next frag is going to be Echo of Vigilance. So what this frag does is just allows us to take reduced incoming damage. For the next frag is going to be Echo of Persistence, which means what we want to do here with this proc, while we have, let's say, our Devour, we want to have Devour up as long as possible. So with this fragment here, it'll give us 15 seconds. Without this fragment, it'll only give us 10 seconds, okay? So we want our duration to last as long as we can, as well as, of course, our overshield. And for the last fragment we're going to be using here is going to be Echo of Starvation, which by picking up any orb of power, it'll grant us Devour. So you see all the other many different ways that we're granting Devour. So we want Devour up as much as possible, guys. We want to be healing with every kill that we do. All right. Our mods for a helmet is going to be Solar and Strand Siphon, as well as we're using Heavy Ammo Finder. For our gauntlets, we are using Grenade Kickstart, and we're using Bolster and Detonation. For our chest piece is going to be Vesper of Radiance, which is our exotic of choice. So once we drop our rift, it's going to create kind of like this shock wave, like a wall of a shock wave, like a 360 shock wave around us, which means any ads that comes towards us, they're going to be shocked, not kind of jolted, but they're not going to be jolted, but it's going to go ahead and help kill those ads that, let's say, they're behind you and they're not, and you can't see them. Okay, at the same time, while you're standing in your rift, it'll, because there's ads around you, it'll help regenerate that rift and give you energy as fast as possible. Okay, so this is a very good plus with this exotic. But the mods that we have here is going to be Concussive Dampener, and we're using Emergency Reinforcement. And for our boots, we are using Installation, we're using Absolution, and we're using Innervation. So because every time we pick up all of those orbs of power is going to be giving us as much energy as possible to all of our abilities. And for our bond, we are using Powerful Attraction, we're using Bomber, and we're using Reaper, because of course, once we go ahead and use our abilities, our final blows with any of our weapons is going to go ahead and create orbs of power, which is what we want. And if we're using our abilities next to any orb of power, those orbs of power will be automatically rolled to us, and we'll automatically pick that up. Okay. For our weapons that we're using, I'm using good old faithful Rufus, my strand weapon of choice for all time. This one, of course, it has hatchling, which means any final blows that we create with this weapon is going to go ahead and give us threadlings. And I'm pairing it up with rewind rounds, and I'm pairing it with high caliber rounds. Okay. For our next weapon is going to be the Epical Integration, which is our solar weapon hand cannon. And of course, we need that incandescent on this perk. We need stats for all. Well, actually, we don't need stats for all, but we really do need incandescent. It's going to help us out greatly alongside our artifact perk. And we have this paired up with ricochet rounds. This hand cannon, you can go ahead and get it on Niamuna with one of Nimbus's quests. And of course, we're pairing it up with our deadly Dragon's Breath. And I mean, this rocket launcher is a beast. So you want to be using this as much as possible for the season, because it just decimates everybody. Once you're radiant, you're killing everything, everybody in its track. And if you do not have the catalyst done, it's worth it. So get that catalyst done as fast as possible. All right, guys. For our artifact, we are using, or we are taking advantage of our Horde Shuttle as well as Unraveling Orbs, and this is going to help us out with our strand weapon. For the solar weapon part of it now is going to be Rays of Precision, we're using Flint Striker, and we are using Kindling Trigger. All right, guys, try to go ahead and get 100% as close as possible to your resilience and of your discipline as well too. Okay, this build I was challenged to go ahead and make a Void and Vesper of Radiance using the Vesper of Radiance exotic, and it was pretty good. It was fun making this build, and I believe it's a good one. I like it. I like this mixture between arc, because this is an arc shockwave that the Vesper Radiance rolls out, as well as the Void, and of course we got our strand in here as well to put in here. Okay, so let me know what you guys think about this build, guys. Appreciate you guys. Leave a message, comment down below, like, subscribe, really does help me out, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.